We are surrounded on all sides, above and below, within and without, by love, protection, divinity, and magic. The circle is cast, and so it is.
Hello. My name is Chelb. My pronouns are they, them. And this is Phasecraft Collective, your moonly check-in with the tarot to get the vibes, to see what's brewing, to see what energy is available for the current moon cycle. We're checking in right now for the full moon in Aquarius on Saturday, August 9th. Very excited for this one. I mean, I love a full moon. I love Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy brings us this sense of our unique ability to fight for what is true. Aquarius energy is revolutionary. It is creative, it is expansive, it is curious. All the things that make change exciting, all the things that make revolution possible. So there is a lot around, expansion, around our creative side, around our uniqueness, around the empires that we wish to participate in crumbling. Yeah, this is a challenge to authority. This is a great opportunity to awaken your sense of justice, your sense of creating change, both for yourself and for your community around you. But before we get into that, I of course have to mention that we are just under a week away from the start of the fall 2025 cohort of Tarotcraft, my 6-week tarot course. It's coming up. It starts on Thursday, August 14th, 6:00 p.m. Central Time. We meet for 2 hours to talk about the history of tarot. Wow, my favorite thing. And that class could honestly be longer than 2 hours, but I have brought it down a little bit, but it's my favorite thing to talk about. And we go over kind of a timeline of how tarot came into our world, how it has evolved and changed over the past 6-7 centuries. So yeah, there's a lot to dig into there. We talk a little bit about, how to choose a deck, different types of decks, all that good stuff. It's a really fun class. It's a very informative class, this one is. So I am really excited to get into that with you and with anyone who wants to come to Tarotcraft. As always, there is a payment plan available. We can split up the cost into 4 payments for you. If you are trans or BIPOC, then you get a 25% discount. So just email me to set that up, to get your discount code, or to set up a payment plan. Just shoot me an email, chelb@phasecraftmagic.com, and we can get that going for you. Also, I'm really excited about this month's book coven pick on my Patreon. So if you are a Spirit or Coven tier member, so that's $11 or $22 a month, our pick this month is The Flowering Wand. It's a book about the sacred masculine by Sophie Strand, who is an incredible mind and writer, and just I'm so excited for us to dig into discussion of this book. I will be recording book coven meetings starting this month, so if you miss it, you can still kind of get in on the discussion. But we are meeting on the last Saturday of every month for book coven at 10 a.m. Central. So a couple of weeks, even if you are just getting into book coven, you have time to get into it, to join in on the fun. Then you get Discord access too, so you can chat about the book as you are reading it. Yeah, I'm excited about book coven. And final announcement, and then I promise we'll get to the cards. This month, I've decided to start doing free live polls for all patrons, all paying patrons. So even if you're at that $3 just supporting tier, if you came in for the challenge that we did in June and you've stuck around, we will be doing another challenge in October, obviously, for the witchiest month of the year. But until then, every month on the last Tuesday of the month at 6:00 p.m. Central, I'll be going live to do 1-card pulls for anyone who wants to show up. So all you have to do is be a $3 patron in order to get in on that. I'm very excited. Amazing. Okay, let's get to the cards. Taco just started yelling, so I love that for us. And in light of that, we'll keep our circle casting a little bit more chill because I have a good feeling she's going to continue to make noise. And the reason my door is open is just because it's very, very, very hot where I am today. It's very hot. It's very humid. If I shut this door, then I will just sweat my skin off probably, and I don't want to do that. So door is open. Cat sounds will be here. And I always like to think of the cat sounds as an added layer of protection, as a little bit of participation from them, because I do work with Freya, who is, someone who is represented by cats. She drives a chariot that is pulled by cats. So, yeah, that's just the reality of where I am and who I am. Okay, let's do it. If this is your first time with me, then hi, welcome. Thanks for being here. We are going to start by taking a few breaths together to kind of getting grounded, really getting ready to receive whatever messages come through for this full moon. So if you'd like, you can join me in closing your eyes, just taking a couple of breaths, letting yourself come fully into this moment. Feeling your shoulders rising and falling. Your rib cage expanding and softening. And with that downward motion of your shoulders on your exhales, just feel gravity. Feel your body in space being held down. Not pulled, not forced, but held. Supported. Grounded. Safe. Imagine that breath as it exits your lungs, as it moves your body downward. Imagine that you could see that exhale rippling away from you in a circle around you, creating a barrier or threshold. A clear line where your space ends and the rest of the world begins. Simply be aware of your presence, your surrounding energy. The feeling of magic in the air. Imagine that full moon above you, shining a beam of light directly down on top of your head. Further solidifying that sacred circle. Take a nice big deep breath in and out. Sky above us, earth beneath us, divine within us, love surround us. The circle is cast, and so it is. Can take a couple more breaths, and as you're ready, can open your eyes. And there's Taco. Taco? What do you got? That's the sound she makes when she carries around her little spring toy. So that means that as soon as we're done here, I will be going to play with her because she needs it. Okay. So this full moon in Aquarius is, again, that pretty major energy. It's also coming at the tail end of a Mercury retrograde, right? Which this Mercury retrograde has just about wiped me out. I have been in, a bit more than a funk. I've been tired. I've been struggling. I've had, minor but significant inconveniences really start to pile up. And I hope that hasn't been the case for you. I hope that your Mercury retrograde has been a little bit easier than mine, but know that it's almost over. Know that we are coming into the shadow period, but we're almost on the other side. And through this threshold of this full moon, we have an opportunity to really command change for ourselves, to really take charge of our actions. I mean, Aquarius is an air sign. Mercury rules air signs. Oh, Taco. I might have to close the door. Let me just go ahead and close the door. Okay. Anyway, Mercury rules air signs. Aquarius is an air sign. So with Mercury in retrograde, there is a possibility that anything that you try to create on the full moon might get a little bit interrupted. But at the same time, my deck is just upside down. I was like, all the cards are coming out reversed. And I don't really read reversals, but I was like, what's going on? My deck was upside down. Anyway, there is a chance that anything that you try to do with this full moon might have a little bit of interruption, might have a little bit of stickiness. Might not turn out the way that you thought you would. That you thought it would. That doesn't mean not to do magic. That doesn't mean not to, manifest, attract, release. Whatever it is that you want to do, just be prepared. Take account of all the possibilities that could come your way, because there are infinite possibilities with any type of magic that we do. I just threw a bunch of cards on the ground. All right. The energy so far is like a very big mix of fire and earth and a little bit of water, I say, and then more cups just jump on out. Okay. This feels like it might be the end. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Okay. All right, that is the end. So let us see here. I love when there's this really interesting balance. So we jump right out of the gate with the Knight of Wands, followed by the Four of Coins and the King of Coins. And then we also have the High Priestess and the Empress right next to each other, which is I'm obsessed with that. But let's talk about these, right? So the Knight of Wands, the Four of Coins, the King of Coins. I feel like this has been such an energy all year of, yes, do the thing. Yes, start the thing. Make sure that you are still grounded in it. Make sure that you are chasing things that you want to last, because what you do now has lasting energy, has lasting potential. If the thing itself doesn't run, a long time, the energy, the connection, the knowledge that you acquire has the potential, and probably will, impact you for a good long time, if not the rest of your life, which sounds really final. But it's also this indication that what you have the energy to pursue right now, the things that you really want to chase, are well supported, or have the potential to be well supported, right? The energy is there. Make sure you have the foundation. Make sure you have the help that you need. Make sure that you have the leader, the mentor that might be able to guide or help you as you move through this energy, as you go forward. It might be a good idea to have another person there, whether it's a teacher, whether it's, again, a mentor, whether it's a family member that can support you, whether that is financially or emotionally or just philosophically, however you feel like you can best benefit. Make sure there is someone or something there to feed your energy through stability. There needs to be fuel for your fire. So make sure that you have it in place before you actually start to burn, before you actually start to run. Then, like I said, we have the High Priestess, we have the Empress, and then we have the Devil. This energy in particular, this is such a balance of creation, of embodiment, of intuition, of mystery. It's all kind of coming to a head with this moon. This is the opportunity, this is the time to figure out how you are uniting your lived material experience with the innermost darkness of your spirit. It's the time to really come into realization and come into practice with uniting spirit and material, with using the unification of seeking and knowing, of experiencing and exploring, to create and build and pour your heart into the life, into the world that you want to see, that you want to create. There will be things that potentially will try to get in your way, or potentially are getting in your way. This is going to be a time to really start to clear out distractions, to clear out power imbalances, to clear out things that are keeping you blocked from witnessing and accessing that inner knowing and accessing that path that you want to create for yourself to divinity, to, again, intuitive knowing, to your power. It's all available for you, but you must be discerning, and you must be willing to unpack and to, sift through the lived experience and the intuitive experience, if that makes sense. Okay, Taco was still yelling, so I brought her in to say hello. Can you say hello? Yeah. She doesn't like to be held, but she also doesn't fight very hard. Can you wait like 10 minutes? Just 10 minutes, can you wait? I'll be right there. Okay, say goodbye. Not happy. Anyway, so we have that energy of the Empress, the High Priestess, the Devil. And yeah, it feels very empowering. It feels like this is a turning point. This is a moment where a lot of things are becoming realized for you all at once. A lot of things are becoming clear about your power, your identity, your desires, and it would behoove you to listen to them, right? So then, 10 of Cups, 7 of Coins, we're creating more, the Chariot. And then it's followed, our last 2 cards are the King of Wands and the 6 of Cups. So again, 7 of Coins, 10 of Cups, and the Chariot. The 7 of Coins, I got a new deck today, the Tarot Emblemata, and on the 7 of Coins, it says something on it, something like the smallest seeds grow into the biggest possibilities, or something along that line. And with the support of the 10 of Cups, this is your dreams. This is your dreams becoming realized. This is your connection to the world, to community, to love, to creation. All of those things are feeding into, again, what you're creating right now. What you want to create right now has staying power if you believe in it. And if you believe in it, then you just need to go. And this comes out of that moment of the Empress, the High Priestess, the Devil, where that realization is really hitting, where you're coming into this self-knowledge in a way that allows you to move forward even more surely than you did at the beginning with the Knight of Wands and the 4 of Coins and the King of Coins, right? That was almost this energy of still figuring things out, coming to the realization, and now being able to actually move forward with more clarity, more intention, and more success. Lots of energy here. And then, finishing with that King of Wands, that 6 of Cups. I almost said 10 of Cups again, and I was like, I'm second guessing myself. Finishing up with these 2 cards. Remember, even as you step into your power, even as you step into your future, that your joy, that play, that creating, that moving should still always bring you joy. We hear like this, joy is resistance kind of thing, or your like joy in itself is resistance. And I do want to be clear that that is really only true for marginalized identities. If you are cisgender, straight, and white, then your joy alone, you got to do a little bit more than just be joyful in order to, be a part of the resistance. But your joy is still important as you figure out your fight. You need both in order to actually be fully, again, empowered and awakened in this moment, in this task, in this project, path, whatever it is. Do not let joy fall to the wayside. Do not let yourself only remember your past in pain, because even when it hurt the most, there was still something joyful that got you through. There had to have been. So reflect on that. See how it impacts where you are now. Bottom of the deck is death. The bottom of the deck is death. Yeah. Your new life will cost you your old one. The old world rallies against the world being born. This moment of rebirth is painful, but it is possible. So all the times when you see or feel that change, that profound change within yourself, do not shy away from it. Lean into it, listen to it, because it has something to teach you. It has something to say to you. And you will be so much better off if you don't fight it and you just let it roll through. Okay, that's the reading. My child is still yelling, so we might as well wrap this up so that I can get her playtime so that everyone can be happy again. Okay, let's go ahead and close our eyes and to the best of our ability, tune out the cat screaming in the background. Although if you don't want to, you don't have to. That might be helpful. So close your eyes if it feels safe and good. Take a couple of breaths. Once again, just become aware of that feeling of being held and supported by gravity, by the earth. Become aware of the moon above your head and the light, the beam of light shining down on you, illuminating these messages. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, letting that moonlight dissipate, knowing that the moon is still always there for you, for us. Letting that barrier of your breath that you put up at the beginning dissipate as well. Merging your sacred space with the outside world until they once again become united, become one. I send the energy of all those watching and listening back to them whole, complete, and intact. I take my energy back to myself whole, complete, and intact. May we remain friends though our energies are no longer crossed, corded, or tangled at all, starting now. Take a breath, feel your energy settle into you, all yours. The circle is open, and so it is. All right, my friends, that is the end. I hope to see you in a patron event this month or in tarot crafts next week. Whatever's clever, whatever's good. Oh my God, didn't I say whatever's clever 1,000 times last time? And I'm just like, where's that coming from? Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good month. I can feel it in my bones. And in September, which feels a million years away, but really isn't, September, I have a very, very exciting announcement coming on September 1st with the free tarot scopes that go out every month. So make sure you're on my email list. Sign up for all the things that there are to sign up for. All the info is in the episode description. The deck I used today is the Celtic Tarot. It's from the 90s. I forget who the author and illustrator are, but I will put that in the episode description as well. And that is officially the end. Amazing, my friends. I hope you have an incredible full moon. I hope that these next 2 weeks as we come towards the new moon are full of realizations and power and homecoming for you. All right, I will see you next time.